In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up appointment schedules in Google Calendar. This update to Google Calendar is very similar to booking websites like Calendly and You Can Book Me, but we get it free because we are a Google Plus for Education school. You will not see this option on your personal Google Calendar. It's only for Google Plus schools. We do have to turn it on though, because right now when you click create, you can see it says appointment slots and there's nothing that says appointment scheduler. So we have to go into our settings and turn that on. And that's where we'll see it. We'll see it here, and then if you click to make an appointment, see where it says appointment slots? After we enable appointment schedules in settings, that's where it'll be. It'll be right here. All right. Click on your settings, which is right here in the gear. We'll open up the settings option. Click on that. You're going to scroll all the way down. And right here is appointment schedules. You just want to click so that it turns blue and you get the little check mark. It saves it automatically. Now I'm going to go back to my calendar. And when I click create, I have appointment schedule. And when I click just once to create an event, I have appointment schedule also. So I'm just going to click on it here, and I'm going to call it TIS meeting for Technology Integration Specialist meeting. I am going to create a new appointment schedule. Now this is a little bit of a glitch, and I think it's because it is a new addition to calendar and they are still getting this rolled out. But I know that the continue button is supposed to be right here. So when I hover on it, you can very faintly see it. But if I click on this little ghostly continue button, it will be there. So hopefully when you go to play with this, it will be bright blue for you. So here, this brings up my appointment schedule. It's got the name, the appointment duration, so I could click on this drop-down menu and choose from there 15, 30, 40, 45 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Or we could go to custom and say 20 minutes or whatever you want. This is going to be perfect for parent-teacher conferences next year. I am very excited. This is going to be easy peasy to do for parent-teacher conferences, and we won't have to worry about all those ads with Sign Up Genius. All right, so I'm going to say 30 minutes, and then I want my day to start at 8 and end at 3:30, and I'm going to copy that for all of the rest of the days of the week. So I don't have to retype that all in. I can just copy it. Now, if we were doing parent-teacher conferences and conferences were just Thursday and Friday, you would set the beginning time of the conference and the ending time, and then you'd go in for Friday and do the same thing. So it lends itself well to parent-teacher conferences. So the scheduling window, I'm going to click on this little shark tooth thingy here and open up those options. In the scheduling window, you can limit the time range that appointments can be booked. So I'm going to click start and end date. For me, for my purposes, I'm going to say starts now and ends, and I'm going to click on this date so it pops open the calendar, and I'm just going to go back and end it on May 31st and click done. Now, of course, if this was for conferences, you would put the first day of conferences and then the last day of conferences. Scrolling down, maximum time in advance that appointments can be booked, 60 is fine. And then the minimum time before an appointment starts that it can be booked. So I think I would change that to 3 just to make sure that I would catch that somebody made an appointment with me. Adjusted availability. So let's say we have spring break coming up. So I'm going to click on change a date's availability. I'm going to go to Good Friday, and I'm just going to click unavailable that day. And then I could go back in and I could select the entire week of spring break and put that down as not available. So that is pretty nice to have. And then book appointment settings. I'm going to click on the shark tooth again and scroll down. This is a really nice feature, and it's actually a paid feature. So I didn't have this feature with the You Can Book Me, and it's a buffer time. So I'm going to make the buffer time here 15 minutes. And that just would give me time after an appointment to get to another building. So that is a nice option. So if you wanted a buffer time between your parent-teacher conferences so that they're not boom, 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 you could put in maybe a 2-minute buffer between your meetings. Maximum bookings per day, I'm not going to check that. That's nothing that I would check. Now, once again, this is a glitch because it's new, but I know that there should be a next button right there. And if I hover and look real close, I can see the next. But I'm going to click because I know it's there. Now, booking page, photo, and name. So it pulls from whatever my icon I'm using in my Google Calendar. And then location and conferencing. Choose a location. If I click on that shark tooth, I could select that it's a Google Meet video conference, an in-person meet, a phone call, or none, meaning I will update the event manually after booking as necessary. Here is where you can put a description. So I am going to put so I can add a link in the description. So I am going to add a link to my coaching menu. Click on here, insert the link. That's always the sort of the universal sign for link. Paste that link in there. And now when someone books an appointment with me, they can take a look at the coaching menu. The next option is the booking form, and this is the best option as far as I'm concerned. It's very much like Calendly and You Can Book Me. So first name, last name, email, automatic, they need that information. And then we can add a question. Phone number is like the default for the added item, but you can customize only one item, which is just like what you could do with Sign Up Genius. So for me, it's going to be building, but if I was doing this for parent-teacher conferences, I would put student name, and then I would select that that's required because I do need to know where y'all are. And then I'm going to add that item. So that's the booking form. And then the last thing is the confirmation and reminders. So calendar invite. So you and the person who made the appointment will get a calendar invite. And then you're going to send an email reminder to the person who made the appointment with you. So I'm going to have it set to 2 days before. Sorry. The default is just one reminder, but you can add another reminder and then customize it however you'd like. I wouldn't do more than 2. That might be a little obnoxious, but you can keep adding a bunch of reminders. And then the phantom continue button right here, next button is right there, and then that will open up this sort of summary page. If you want to copy the link to send to your parents, if you're doing parent-teacher conferences, or maybe you would send out a link to students because you want to set up conferences with students, you would copy the booking page. So that 2 pieces of paper over each other is sort of the universal symbol for copy. So I'm going to copy that link. So I copied the link and now I'm in Gabby's account and I'm going to paste the link. All right, so Gabby's going to look at April 8th, and she's going to take this 9:30. Because Gabby is a student and she's logged in to her WLS account, it will pre-populate this information, and then all she has to put in is her phone number and then her building, and click book. Notice that time is now gone as an option on my booking site. And then she gets this confirmation. She can cancel her appointment if she wants. And then she can go to her calendar. And here is the TIS meeting that she has with me. She can click on this link to see the coaching menu. And then if I go to my calendar, yep, so there is the TIS meeting with Gabby. So it shows TIS meeting, and then it has her name in parentheses. Oh, I forgot to tell you, she also, hang on, let me switch. Gabby also gets an email. So there is an email that Gabby gets letting her know that yes, she made an appointment with me. You can have multiple appointment schedulers going at the same time. So if I would click on an appointment and choose appointment schedule right there, TIS meeting automatically comes up, but I can select create a new appointment schedule and then click on this phantom continue button here. And let's say maybe I am also working on scheduling my 504 meetings with my parents. So I'm going to carve out some days where I'm going to work on that. And I could create a whole nother appointment schedule. It's kind of like it's like a website. And then I would send those out to my families, my 504 families, and have them book a time. So you could have different appointment schedulers or schedule. I don't like appointment schedule. I feel like it should be appointment scheduler. You could have multiple going on at the same time. So that is the fabulous new update to Google Calendar, the appointment schedule option. All right, have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions.